It is a pantheon of concrete and steel. It is a city that rises defiantly in the Delta, alongside the Father of Waters. It is the humidity of autumn evenings that drapes stately oaks and broad magnolias. It is haunted, and it is loud. It is Halloween night and cannon blasts. It is a Louisiana gumbo of humanity that cheers its tigers to victory and destroys the dreams of invading foes. The chance of rain is never. It is the cathedral of college football, and worship happens here, when the sun finds its home in the western sky. It is a field of glory, for sure, but much more than that. It is a sacred place. And it is Saturday night in Death Valley.
We decided to do our speech on the heart of LSU, the place where wins and losses are shared, the Tiger Stadium. Tiger Stadium is a landmark for Baton Rouge and cannot go untalked about when speaking on LSU culture. This video is to honor the legacy of the Tiger Stadium. The stadium on LSU campus is not just a stadium. On LSU campus, the stadium holds value to all of the students. The stadium is where friendships are created and where memories are shared. Being so large of a school, it is where for all the students to come together as one. But here at the Tiger Stadium, we all share different moments and memories. Hearing the name Tiger Stadium brings fears into the opponent's hearts, and when uncovering the history of it, you can clearly see why. In this video, we will address the extensive history of the Tiger Stadium, discuss some of the events that happen here, and hear from the students that go here about why this Tiger Stadium is so important to us.
One of the most important parts of Tiger Stadium is its history, and like most things, over time it's grown and gotten better. Part of how the stadium's grown over time is the fact that they've done things like adding waterproofing to the bleachers, they've added seat backs, and then the much more obvious changes, things like the capacity increase from 12,000 seats to 102,321 seats, which is exponential growth. Okay. During some of the formative years of LSU's construction, money was not allocated for the stadium. As I stated earlier, there were only 12,000 seats, which compared to the amount today, that's not very many. But over time, the local legend, Governor Huey P. Long, managed to convince the school, who had money in its budget for dorms, to create the dorms around the stadium, and then from the top of the dorms to the field, create seating, which more than doubled the amount of seats. This is an important story for LSU, and it's a big part of our culture because it's one of the first things that most every student's told when they come on their college tour. LSU has a unique history at Tiger Stadium of being able to win most of our night games, and it's something that's really increased our culture, considering the fact that so many of the parties and exciting tailgates throughout the entire day lead all up to the culmination of a night game that we're most likely going to win. And part of the reason why we're most likely going to win is stated really well by Dennis Dodd. It has the ability to turn an All-American Kagoo. It has caused coaches to lose their coaching mind. It only happens at a special time, at a special place. LSU can be up or LSU can be down, but all that matters is the secret weapon when evening hits. And this is just because LSU has a 77.5% chance to win our games at night, which is an insane amount and something that not many other teams can boast at all in their stadium. Another important part of our culture is just the sheer size and magnitude of the stadium. Considering it can fit 102,321 people in it, That's an insane amount. Not to mention the fact that it's the 6th largest football stadium in the U.S. and the 9th largest stadium in the world. It's also pretty crazy the fact that the stadium 7 times a year becomes the 5th largest city in the state of Louisiana.
LSU has had several very important events on our campus, such as in the last few years on October 17th, 2015, we've actually hosted one of the largest attended games in recent history. That was against Florida State, and we had roughly over 102,000 people at the stadium, which is an astronomical number and definitely one of the largest in history. Another very important event was on Halloween night in 1959 when Hall of Famer Billy Cannon took back an 89-yard punt return for a touchdown. The roar from the stadium was so loud that citizens living by came running out of their house wondering what the heck is going on. They were terrified. And this isn't the only case of a loud reaction by the stadium. Another major event was the earthquake game. It took place in 1988 on October 8th. It was against the southeastern rivals, Louisiana State University and Auburn. The whole game was dominated by defense, with only 3 points being scored by Auburn in the first half of the game. It wasn't until the third quarter that Louisiana even got to the 23-yard line before they got pushed back. By the fourth quarter, the score was 6-0 Auburn. With 2 minutes left to go, Tommy Hudson threw one pass after another, leading the Tigers down the field. With 11 yards to go, he threw one last pass on the fourth down to Eddie Fuller, leading in a touchdown for the Tigers. The roar from the stadium was enormous. It was so enormous that the next day it was registered on the seismographic map. It showed that it was an earthquake, labeling it the earthquake game. What comes to mind whenever you think of Tiger Stadium?
It would probably be the number of people that actually go there and watch the game.
How does Tiger Stadium affect students on campus and overall campus culture?
Well, as you know, the lights in Tiger Stadium are always on, which means so are the people.
What would LSU be like without Tiger Stadium?
It won't be LSU. You can't love purple and live gold without living in the stadium.
What comes to mind whenever you think of Tiger Stadium?
Louisiana Saturday nights. Football in Tiger Stadium. Yeah.
How does Tiger Stadium affect like students on campus and just kind of like the overall vibes on campus?
Well, game days, I think it does good things for the vibe. I think it makes it, it gives it its own vibe. It's already like like the tailgates and football's coming up. Everybody gets excited.
Awesome, thanks. What would LSU be without Tiger Stadium?
What would LSU be without Tiger Stadium? I think it would definitely take away a lot from the overall feel of the campus if Tiger Stadium wasn't there.
What's the first thing that you think of whenever you think of Tiger Stadium?
Football, letting the band play neck, the Golden Girls.
So how does Tiger Stadium affect the students and the overall like feel of campus?
It definitely increases school pride a lot. I think without it, we wouldn't have nearly as much pride in our school as we do now.
And why is that?
Because it brings us all together. It's a common denominator between all the students.
So what would LSU be like without Tiger Stadium?
Kind of boring, probably. It wouldn't be nearly as much fun. I don't think the students would really be as connected as they are, or have like as good of like an alumni system or anything like that.
So what's the first thing that comes to your mind whenever you think of Tiger Stadium?
The Golden Band and football and the student section.
What about the student section?
It's rowdy and we're all united, whether it's good or bad.
So how do you think Tiger Stadium affects students on campus and just like the overall vibes on campus?
The stadium itself is, whenever you go, it's always fun. Win or lose, it's fun. Everyone seems to have a good time. It kind of just boosts the morale either way.
Okay, why do you think it does that?
It doesn't matter if you win or lose. Everyone's having fun. All the students together in their little student section.
What do you think LSU would be like without Tiger Stadium?
Bleak. It's kind of the landmark that we have. We're known for our stadium and all of its rowdy fans. It kind of defines who we are.
After hearing all this, it is clear to see why Tiger Stadium is one of the most fair stadiums to play in. It is an important part of our culture here on campus, and it holds a dear spot in our heart. All of these are reasons why the Tiger Stadium is the heart of LSU's campus and students.